Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how to find the largest prime factor of any number, right? So if I describe you these, like if you take any number and you try to divide them only by the prime numbers, okay? Only by 2, 3, 5, not by 4, 7, maybe 11. So if you divide by these numbers, so which is the largest number to divide that number? Okay, whatever number you take. If I just explain you, you see here, I'm going to show you. Okay, if you see prime numbers like 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, etc., these are prime numbers, right? So largest prime numbers of 18 or 55. So we took these two numbers and we will try to find out which can, if you check, like if you divide by 2, then if you divide 18 by 2, we get 9, right? So this is not the highest number we can divide 18, okay? So we can divide by 3 as well, so we will get 6. So if we go 5, we can divide by 5, right? So we don't need to check by any other number. So because 3 is the highest number to, to divide 18, right? No other numbers can divide 18, okay? So there may be some other numbers but not in the prime numbers, okay? There may be, you can divide by 6, you can divide by 9, but these are not prime numbers, so we are not considering the other numbers, okay? We are considering only the prime numbers. So here we will here is our program. So we need to understand how this program works, right? So in the beginning we have header file, and we have a function, and this function returns integer, right? So largest prime factor is the name of the function, and we are passing an argument, okay, here. So this is the number we want to divide. Okay, so max prime is a variable and we are assigning -1 here, so that means there is no max prime in the beginning, right? There is no max prime, but we made a place for it, right? Okay, so now we have a while loop. So in this while loop we will divide the number by 2. Okay, so we will try to see if this number is equally divided by 2, right? If it's divided by 2, then we will see the max prime is 2. In the beginning uh, we just assuming that 2 is the max prime number, right? Okay, now this number will be divided by 2. Okay, so to visualize, I'm going to show you guys how actually this program works, right? So you see, if you take like whatever number you can take, maybe let's say we took 24. We will check by two numbers. This is because we need to understand in depth, right? So if you debug any code by check, if you check different inputs, then you can feel that code really well, right? So this is how our brain gets clarity, guys. Don't just watch code and write, okay? So try to check with different inputs and try to the main as many times as you do the same process, your brain gets clarity and you you get really well, right? So this is how we need to improve, guys. Okay, so here we're taking 24, right? So 24 divided modulus 2, it's 0, it's 2, because 2 can divide equally. Okay, 24 can be divided equally by 2. Now max prime is 2. Okay, so in the first iteration it it goes and it enters into the loop, and now max prime is 2, right? So now this line n forward slash equal to 2, these lines means you can say this line means this one, n equals to n divided by 2. That means n will be divided by 2 and the result will be assigned in this n again. Okay, so n equal to 24 by 2 and the result is 12, so 12 is assigned in this n again. You understand? Okay, so now this loop start will from here as again. Okay, so n in the second iteration, you say in the second iteration, uh, we will have 12, right? So max prime is 2, max prime is 2 again, and 12 is divided by 2 again, so we get 6, right? So in the third iteration, it will iterate again, and because 6 also, 6 also equally divided by 2, we get modulus 0 in this case too. So max prime equals 2 again, and 6 will be divided by 3, 2, and we get 3, right? So is now with the 3, it will try to uh, iterate again. So 3 is not equally divided by 2, okay? So we get modulus 1 in this case, okay? So after this while loop, we have 3, n equals 3, right? So now this for loop will come into action. So int I equals 3, I starts from 3, right? I into I, that means 3 into 3 less than or equal to n, right? So n is 3 here, so 9, 3 into 3 means 9, so this condition will prove false, right? So this whole thing will go vain, okay? So this is to be in action, right? So now it will come here. So if n is greater than 2, so n is 3, right? So 3 is greater than 2, it's true, and max prime will be n. So what is n, or what is n? N is 3, right? So now 3 would be the max prime, okay? So to divide 24, 3 would be the largest prime factor, guys, okay? Okay, so to clarify, we will check with another number, 55, right? So if you take 55, then maximum minus 1, and divided by uh, 55 divided by 2, okay? So modulus 2, so does it give you 0? No, you will get 1 at the, in the remainder, right? So this is not going to work, okay? So now if you come here, for, in the first iteration, I will be 3, right? So 3 into 3, 9. 9 is less than 55, right? So it will come into here. So can 55 equally divided by 3? No, okay? So in the first iteration, okay, so outer for loop is okay, because 3 into 3, 9. So outer for loop is okay, we can get get into the, we can enter into this while loop, right? So this condition is true, right? Okay. So now when you come here, so it doesn't equally divide 55. So to make you understand, I just say went vain, okay? So it doesn't work, okay? So while loop second iteration, okay? So when second iteration, so in here, you see, I would be, what I would be, you know plus 2, 3 plus 2, okay? So 5. So so second for loops, outer for loops second iteration, guys, this is okay. So outer for loop second iteration, we have to write this, that too, okay? Outer for loop second iteration, outer for loop second iteration, in this case I equals to 5, okay? And 5 into 5, 25, right? So here we will check, can 5 equally divide 55? Yes, it's true. Then max prime would be 5 here, right? I is 5, so maximum 5 here, and then n, this one will divide, 55 will be divided by 5, so we'll get 11, n will be 11, right? So you see, max prime equals 5 and n would be 11. So now it will increase again, so from 5 it will be 7, okay? So when it's 7, okay, so can 7 divide 55? Yeah, equally? No. So this will not, this will not work here. So now uh, why 7 goes and enter into this loop, because 7 into 7, 49, right? So now it will increase again, so it will be 9. So 9 into 9 will be 81. So 81 is far beyond 55. So here it's finished, this for loop is finished as well. Okay, so now n is 11, right? When you divide it by 5 it was 11. So 11 is greater than 2, it's true, and max prime would be n. So what is n? N is 11, so max prime is 11 now. So this is how, if we divide 55, we get the maximum prime number is 11, right? So I hope you understand the code, and try to write this code on your own, guys. If you, it's true that in the beginning you can't implement the code, or you can't write code in your own way, but try to imitate the things, and try to see some other people's code. It will be more or less same, guys. 98% it will be the same, so you will understand someone else's code as well. So wherever you see code, take that code and try to visualize everything, right? So thank you for watching, see you in the next video.